Hello, losers. Oh boy. I just know there's gonna be a bunch of Lakers fans that are gonna be after my, specifically Lakers fans from the year 2025, which is when I'm recording this, the year I'm recording this in. Now, in the future, I don't know if it's going to be the same way, but if you're a Lakers fan during this era, during the last LeBron James era, yeah, yeah, I don't know if it's going to go so well. Well, anyway, he lost to the Timberwolves. His team lost to the Timberwolves. Lakers lost to the Timberwolves. The Wolves. The Timberwolves. And Timberwolves beat them 117 to 95, which it's like you score into the basket that many times, but then it's like you can get 2 or 3 points depending on where you shoot it. So it's like, oh yeah, so it's a lot more than it actually is, you know. Like they should really have some rule where it's just like every time you shoot into the basket, regardless of where you shoot it from, just have it as just 1 point. That'd be more better because it would be more realistic. Although it is basketball, you know, I don't really know too much about it other than if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, we wouldn't have a great legend like LeBron James, and you wouldn't be able to glaze him or even know he existed if it weren't for him. You know, you wouldn't be able to have those Kobe Bryant, you know, Stephen Curry, those kind of guys. But yeah, I'm not trying to shame LeBron James, okay, Laker? I want you to understand, Lakers fans, specifically. I want you to understand something. Me talking, making criticism about your favorite player does not mean I hate them. All it means is it's just they have a certain area they need to improve on. That's it, okay? That's all that I'm saying. And once they improve on, everybody knows that even the biggest sports heroes, sometimes they just gotta take one for the team, you know? They gotta literally take one for the team in this case. And I'm not even a Lakers fan, but all I gotta say is, yeah, he just gotta take an L. He gotta take a lose. But it's not a big deal, and I can't show you any highlights. I can't link to you any highlights because NBA wants to gatekeep it for some reason. Like, as soon as you get a big player like LeBron James in your team or something, expect almost all the games that you lose against or even win against to be gatekept from highlights. Like, you can't even show full highlights. Like, just every time they scored during the game, the whole game. You know? That kind of thing. Like, show up how the match started, and then every time they scored, just show it when they scored, like how it looked like. You know? Like, boom, 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 boom. You know, that kind of thing. Or whatever. Well, anyway, yeah. It was a bit odd, and, I don't know. It was just a weird time. And it is the last era of LeBron James. So, who knows what he could possibly do. And I think 2026 will be like his last official year if he plans to keep playing. But my guess is if he retires, he'll probably just buy an NBA league. Buy an NBA team, not a league, not the whole league, obviously. He'll probably just buy out the Lakers or buy out whatever team he likes the most outside of the Lakers, probably. I don't know. Or maybe he'll create his own entire basketball league entirely. I don't know. He's LeBron James. When you retire like that, you're normally at like the best of the best of your career, and you're at the richest of the rich you could ever be. You know? That kind of thing. And when you're the most well-known you could ever be. But he's not like peak prime LeBron James era. He's just like, he may or not retire, and that's it. You know? Like, he's just one of those legends that everybody will look back and go, man, those days were great. Hope he can put that in his spirit into other players to keep them inspiring for many generations. Like Michael Jordan, even though he inspired that generation of play, the next generation directly, like that's what a lot of people would think, but his level of greatness, which is what I'm hoping LeBron James gives, his level of success and greatness got so big, and mostly just because he made basketball popular in general as a mainstream sport, got so big, so popular that it inspired many generations of players. Like, he literally inspired the now 7 generations of from when he got done playing to now. Like, that's a lot of generations, bro. Like, he's all over the place. You know? Like, I've never seen anything like it from what I'm told, and I've watched a few videos of him playing, and it was like, jeez, bro, they can't do that in the NBA today, or else that'd probably be like an illegal move or something, or everybody would be like, man, you're just copying Michael Jordan. You know, that's basically what they're doing. But then LeBron James, he's exceptional because he's just a good player in general. But like I said, this is one of those losing games. And it's an L for the team. He just has to take one because bound to happen at some point. You know, even if you're at the peak of your prime, you're going to have to take an L at some point, because if you don't take an L, you'll never be a winner, you know? Because even the best of winners that win the biggest award, the best things to become the best player, were probably mostly losers for most of their career, you know? Like, that's how some of them just ended up being. Like, they started off really sucking, and then, 5 years before they retire, they become the best player they've ever seen. You know, it's like, we've seen this a bunch of times. It's just, it so happens to be with the most famous NBA player of the current generation. Well, of his generation. Millennials. So, yeah, and Generation X was obviously Michael Jordan. Not gonna lie. That's the generation, that era that he played in, is what I mean. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, if you like all type of sports content, it doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, as long as it's like pro adults content, that kind of thing. And if you're into that kind of stuff, I may or may not talk about it, your favorite sport, or just whatever, as long as it's like sports related, since this is a sports channel in general, you know? Even if it's like a mixed sport, or a gendered mixed sport, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's enough about that, and yeah, I guess I should see you guys later. And just remember, stay ugly.